Oh, Connor Bedard. Oh, Connor Bedard. Oh, Connor Bedard. The Chicago Blackhawks get another big win against the Calgary Flames, 5-2 off the back of a Connor Bedard. Yes, oh, Connor Bedard hat trick. I mean, we're getting to the point where, like, we were talking about on stream today, and I talked about in the video yesterday, the potential of the Blackhawks possibly making the playoffs. The Blackhawks are able to make the playoffs this year. Do we have to have a serious conversation about Connor Bedard winning the Hart Trophy? I mean, genuinely, the way this guy's playing, what is that now, 29 points on the year in 19 games? He's playing out of his mind, scoring at will at times, it feels like. Tonight, it kind of just, like, he had 3. He probably could have had 4 or 5. He's just on fire. He's unstoppable. The speed, that first goal, just like Sam Rinzel just floating that thing over the top. It was like a soccer chipped through ball. He just led. He said, fuck it. Connor Bedard's down there somewhere. He said, F it. Betsy's down there somewhere. And he just lifted that thing. I thought Bedard was completely out of the play. Then somehow he catches up and pokes it through Wolf's legs. I mean, the player that Connor Bedard is this year is night and day, completely different from last year. He obviously still has the same tools, the same passing ability, the same shot, but he's now at that NHL pace, and he's dealing with the physicality. You saw it again tonight, where he's jawing with Coronado after taking a hit that he didn't like around the blue line. He's just starting to get up to the NHL speed, and now once it gets to a point where it's like Bedard's playing against his peers, you're gonna see the production that you saw from him in junior. You're gonna see that generational offensive ability, and so now we're starting to get a taste of it, and it's like, this is his breakout season. It's like, yeah, if this team makes the playoffs, he's got to be in the Hart conversation. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some other guys with really good seasons this year, but I'm just saying, I just want to put it out there. But what a big win, man. I said in the video yesterday that this game against the Flames at home, this is one you got to win. Now, when you take this Blackhawks team, who was a lottery, we all thought was going to be a lottery team this year, and now all of a sudden it's looking like, no, they have genuine playoff chances. Now it's like there are must-win games, and this game tonight against the Calgary Flames at home was a must-win. I did hit the Blackhawks money line, so that felt nice. I had a hunch. Today that the Blackhawks were going to get this one done. They were plus money, which is crazy. The sportsbook's still underrating these cagey, wily, young Chicago Blackhawks. But what a performance. It wasn't just Bedard tonight. There were a bunch of other positives. I thought the team as a whole played really well through the first 2 periods. Almost got out of the second period with a 2-goal lead. Connor Murphy takes the penalty. Calgary scores on the power play. But I really felt like the first 2 periods, and especially since, I mean, how many times have I brought up on this channel this year, oh my gosh, these second periods, the Blackhawks second periods, the second periods have been terrible. Tonight, the second period was really good. It was a continuation of the first. It felt like most of the play was happening in the Calgary zone. Now, a lot of that had to do with the fact that the Blackhawks had 5 power plays through the first 2 periods of the game that they weren't able to score on. That needs to get better. No Bertuzzi tonight. We'll move past it. It's all right. But still, it just felt like the Blackhawks were kind of dominating play. It felt like the ice was slanted against the Calgary Flames. They just didn't have very many solid offensive opportunities, the Flames I'm talking about here. And the ones they did, Arvid Soderblom came up with the saves. He made a couple of big stops tonight at key situations when the game was within 1 or the game was tied. 905 save percentage, 19 saves on 21 shots for Arvid Soderblom tonight. Another good game of goaltending for the Chicago Blackhawks. Broken record here, no matter if it's Soderblom or Spencer Knight. It feels like we're getting great goaltending night in and night out, which is helping this young Blackhawks team feel like, all right, we don't have to be hyper stressed. best when we're in our own zone. Like, if you make a mistake, obviously you don't want to make those, but you got a guy back there that's going to bail you out. And that's what Soderblom and Knight have been through these first 19 games of the season. They've been a calming presence for these young defensemen. And tonight was a quintessential. This was like the total 2025 Blackhawks package, right? You have some rough moments. That second goal for Calgary was pretty brutal from Artie, Kaiser, and Ryan Green all together. Kind of took turns just like misplaying the puck and turning it over. Like, I think there were like 2 or 3 turnovers on the same play somehow. I don't even know how it happens. But I said on stream, literally the next shift, they come out there, Ryan Green makes an amazing play along the blue line, kind of buries Rasmus Anderson, has a absolute dime, a sweet pass from Ryan Green to Connor Bedard for Bedard's second of the night. And that's exactly what you want to see from this team. Like, yeah, they're going to go out there. They're going to, try to make plays in their own zone. They're going to try to make plays in the offensive zone. It's going to go wrong sometimes. They're going to make turnovers. They're going to make bad passes. It's going to happen. We saw it tonight. And even when it hurts you, you got to remember, like, this is part of developing, right? Like, some of these guys, like Artem Levshinov, I mean, the kid just turned 20. Like, he's developing in real time in the NHL. These growing pains are going to happen. But what's so magical is that these growing pains are happening. They're having these learning moments or these mental lapses that are bad, brutal plays, and then they're coming out there the next shift and scoring. It's like they're making these bad plays. They're having these games where they struggle, but then they're winning. They're just, this team finds ways to win. It's so insane. Especially with like the lack of experience and the amount of times they turn the puck over and some of the decision making throughout the game, they just still find ways to win. And that's a very good thing when you start thinking about big picture and the future of this group. Even if you're not worried about this year and you're like, oh, I don't care. Like, what is playoffs this year? It's not like they're going to go on a run. I agree. They're not going to go on a run this year. But if they're able to find ways to win now when this team is still so young and raw and so far from the finished product, they're still finding ways to win. What are they going to do when they're like entering their primes? What are they going to do when they've got a solid team stacked top to bottom with this talent that you've been drafting the top 3 rounds of the draft over the past 4 or 5 years? Like, what happens when all these guys are here and they've already got these winning habits and they already know how to win games and they've already played in competitive games down the stretch of an 82-game season? Like, they're going to have all this experience in their bag and then also have the ability to win these games, not just in the regular season, but then also in the postseason. It's a magical thing. I am elated. I seriously can't remember the last time I enjoyed watching Blackhawks hockey this much as I have this year. I could not have asked for a better start from this young team. I just feel blessed, man. And I hope you guys feel the same way. I know some of you guys are just like fans. Like, I'm trying to do something with this channel. But regardless of it, like, just getting to watch a competitive winning team that tries every night. Like, the effort is there night in and night out. Every single night these guys are battling. And it's not just like the compete within the game. It's like the game within the game stuff. Like, Murphy gets that brutal hit from Klapka in the third, which I thought was a terrible hit. Like, seriously egregious. I don't know how that wasn't a 5-minute major, to be honest with you. Murphy's on his knee. Klapka's just trying to bury his head into the boards. I thought it was brutal. But you saw the way Ilya Mikheyev didn't even hesitate for a second. Klapka's like 6'10". This guy is the mountain from Game of Thrones. You watch that play again. Ilya Mikheyev, it doesn't even take him a second before his gloves are dropped, and he's grabbing onto this guy and trying to muck it up with him. These guys love each other. They care about each other. They battle hard for one another. And that's what great teams do, right? Great teams go into the trenches. Great teams are war ready with each other, and that's what we've seen from this young, cagey Blackhawks team this year. And it's fantastic. And then also, Colton Dach didn't stop going after Klapka. Colton Dach did not stop going after Klapka for the rest of the game. He picked up the holding penalty, which I said on stream tonight. I'm like, I know that you're up 2 goals and you shouldn't be taking penalties with just a few minutes left. I would tell Colton Dach to go out there and do it again. I would tell Colton Dock to rough him up a little harder. And then at the end, as the buzzer goes, Dock going back at him again. There was another play in between, like after the penalties, after the offsetting penalties, and before that last scrum. There was another time where Dock and Klapka were going at it, I think in the corner in the Calgary zone. I love Colton Dock. I got asked a couple times on stream tonight about Colton Dock. I love his game. I love how direct of a player he is. That is a guy you want on your fourth line in a playoff game. He's just going to play direct. He's going to get the puck in. He's going to back up defensemen. He's going to make good plays. He's going to finish his check every single time. He's just a hard-nosed, smart hockey player that knows exactly what he has to do to stay in this league, and you saw it tonight. After that Klapka hit on Murphy, he didn't leave that guy alone for the rest of the game, and when you're 6'4" and 200 whatever pounds Colton Dock is, that's your job, and he knows what his job is. And it's fun to watch. Oliver Moore, sick goal. I mean, not sick goal. It was sick in the way that Frank Nazar, made the defensive play in his own zone to kind of break up that shot pass, gets it to Moore. And I was really worried Moore was going to defer. We've seen him defer a lot. He just drove it to the net, got a lucky bounce, and got rewarded for it, as he should have. I thought he deserved it. He had a really good game. Anytime Oliver Moore gets on the puck, he's extremely noticeable because he is this amazing passing ability. He had this sick pass to Donato in the first period that was like a wraparound behind. It was similar to the Bedard pass in the Toronto game to Levshinov, where it was like he didn't even see Donato. He was just behind him, and he just curls around and just gets it right on the tape in a nice pocket of space. Oliver Moore is an exciting player. As he continues to bulk up and be able to deal with the physicality of the NHL and be able to protect the puck a little bit better, I think that's what Oliver Moore needs to work on most, to be honest with you, the puck possession and just being able to shield it better, because he's got the speed, he's got the playmaking ability, he does have an impressive shot, he's just more of a pass-first guy. He's got all the tools, it's just a matter of time before he gets bigger and stronger and is able to start muscling guys off the puck and not just having to rely on the speed. But good game from him, goal and an assist. Frankie Nazar, as I mentioned, pick up the assists on that goal. Renzel had an assist. Crevier had an assist. It was cookies night. Everyone got a little piece. That Ryan Green guy is special. That Ryan Green player is. I'm a big fan of his. I love what he's turning into. He is such a reliable guy. That's a third line center. Genuinely, that's a third line center, but they're kind of using him. They're activating him all throughout the lineup, playing him with different guys, playing him on the first line, playing him on the third line, playing him on the second. Like, they're bouncing him around. He's playing power play minutes. He's playing penalty kill minutes. He drew that the penalty at the end of one of Calgary's power plays in the first or second. It was just a hard play up the ice, and he gets held onto and draws the penalty. He's just so reliable, man, and it's easy to understand why Blashill's coaching staff has fallen in love with him and has used him in the situations that he's been used in, just because it feels like he can do no wrong. What a game. What a team. I appreciate all of you. If you were in stream tonight, if you weren't, Thursday, Friday, lock in. We've got Seattle on Thursday, big game. This team has struggled against Seattle for some weird reason. I don't know why. They just can't beat this team. Seattle stinks. And I keep dunking on Seattle on the internet. I'm going to keep saying it until the Blackhawks win. I don't care. I think Seattle stinks. I think they're a mid team. I don't think they move me at all. They've got so many solid NHL guys. But that's all it is. They don't have high-end talent. Like, Matty Beniers, first line center. He's going to take you to the promised land for sure, whatever. Beat Seattle on Thursday, and then you got Buffalo on Friday. I'm going to be streaming both games, so be ready for them. I'm probably going to do a video tomorrow. There will be post games after the games Thursday, Friday. We're keeping this train rolling, all right? It's only up from here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Send it to a friend or a family member that watches Puck, that knows Blackhawks. If they don't watch Puck or don't know Blackhawks, don't send them my videos. They're going to be like, who's this weird nut in his room with a disgusting mustache singing about Connor Bedard? It's going to be off-putting for people who don't know Puck. My content would be off-putting for anybody who does not know what I'm talking about. Anyway, sorry, random tangent. I appreciate you guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Go Blackhawks. Oh, Connor Bedard. Oh.